You can't act in a world of value-free objects because there's no way of choosing between them. If everything has zero value, why would you choose one thing over another? You live in a world where things present themselves to you as of different value, and that's partly a consequence of your temperament, although it's a consequence of other things. And so what I'm going to try to do is to provide you with a schema that describes the world of morality, roughly speaking, which is how to act, and tell you a little bit about what I think the language is, which I think was derived from Darwinian processes, and I believe that it's within that structure that the clinical theories logically nest. And so that'll give you a way of linking one theory to another from a conceptual perspective without having to rely so much on sheer memorization. Then we'll talk about heroic and shamanic initiations, and the reason we're going to do that is because, well, people used shamanic initiations for tens of thousands of years all over the world, and they have a particular kind of structure. The paper by Mircea Eliade, which is linked on the site, is a very interesting one. It details out some of these processes. There have been intelligent commentators like Henri Ellenberger, who wrote The Discovery of the Unconscious, which I think is an outstanding book, who linked the processes that the psychoanalysts uncovered in the late part of the 19th century and early part of the 20th century back to these more primordial rituals of personality transformation. And so we're going to situate ourselves in some sense in deep history, talking first about the underlying mythological landscape, then talking about archaic modes of personality conceptualization and transformation, and then moving from there into constructivism. And we're going to concentrate mostly on Jean Piaget, who was a developmental psychologist. Constructivists believe that you make yourself out of the information that you gather in the world. So you're an exploring creature. You explore specifically when the maps that you're using in the world are no longer orienting yourself properly, when they're producing errors. You go out and gather information and assemble yourself from the information that you discovered. Then the depth psychologists, Jung and Freud. I think with Jung, I'm going to walk you through some films